Salutations! My name's Kartosael and welcome to another episode of Thaumic Craft. So last time we were busy with infusing. Come back to that in a minute. But I'm here in the node chamber. As you can see, I implemented some changes. Some nodes have been switched out by ones that were more useful, and we have these three now. They are 100 plus nodes. Well, this one has to recharge, but once it does, it will be in the 100, or it should be. Are you alright? Normal pail. So that should work. Of course, because of these pedestals, they charge a lot slower. But here we have a fading node. That means that if you draw this from it, it will deplete and not replenish. So that's why I put down the advanced, how do you call them? Advanced node stabilizer. They should be able to, these node stabilizers have a small, very small chance of turning a fading node into a normal pale node. And I see it's recharging. And the advanced one has a lot higher chance. But so far, it's still fading. And that has an instability of dangerous. So guess how many times that went wrong? None. Exactly. Quite weird. May have something to do with me not being able to aim. With this, I upgraded this ever so slightly. Book. But as you can see, I already placed some new stuff on the pedestals. I did make this. I haven't charged it yet. Maybe we should do that, at least for a little bit. But I don't want it to drain from that, from this one until it's stable. So that's why I haven't done it yet. However, meat is not doing so very good. No, indeed. Now let's grab some nuggets, just to sate the actual hunger. There we go. So we have cows in here. A few, not too many, just a few. But killing them all the time is just too much of an effort. I also did some changes in here, but we'll come to that later. So what we're going to do today is create one of those lamps of fertility. They will breed animals as long as there are 8 or less. So that's what this is all for. But one other change, I've been really into the alchemy parts as of late, is in here. You can now see this tube. This is a filtered essentia tube. Was it necessary to have it here? No, it's just a visual reminder for me that this pipe provides me with Gizrah told me how to pronounce it, but already forgot. Kartosael, something like that. So I can mass create tallow and thaumium. Thaumium we now have bunches of, but we actually produce that down here in this little room. It's creating an overflow of mana warts. In other words, I also turned down the lamp because it wasn't necessary. There's 6 jars filled with Kartosael, and that's full, so it's producing much more than we need. But if I ever need a heap of that essence, then I can easily get it. So let's do this infusion. It should be minor. Oh, moderate. Still shouldn't be posing too many problems, but that's just purely theoretical. Can always blow up in the face. So after we created this and created a system for it, which I will talk about in a minute, we also need to kill the animals, of course. And for that they have the butcher. This one. This will come at a later time. It's just another golem core. I'm probably not even going to do that on camera. And Is it yeah, look at that. It's working marvelously. No weird stuff, just working as it should. Oh, that's really nice for a change. So up here, or maybe I just want one lower, like that. Sure. And as you can see, just like the lamp of growth, it's not working. It's turned off. We need to feed it essentia, but unfortunately we cannot feed it herba, which sounds kind of logic if you think about it. It requires Victus, this stuff, and it's actually a pretty annoying one to get, especially in large amounts. Let's see, Victus, here we go. It's in lots of food, uncooked, and as you can see, it's most present in beef and chicken, but it's in a lot of meats and fish. Oh, hello. Talking about fish, we have this fishing golem providing us with free fish. Because I don't really want to use the beef to create beef. I'm not quite sure how efficient that is, because I never used that lamp before. So what we're going to do is create a system like this, but for our meat production. We can eventually put pigs in the same pen, and that would work, because it will keep breeding the cows until there's 8 of them, and the golem will kill them until there's 2 adult ones of each species. So the more species you get in there, the better, technically. But we need to create one of those systems once again. So I gather the materials, all of it. As you probably already saw, there's a lot more involved in this than there was in the herba creation. Let's take... I always lose my meat. Let's use... I'm not really going to use pork, so let's just burn up some pork to get at least a little bit of the essentia going. There we go. Probably should get some vials. It's the only thing I did not think about, because you never know. So this thing creates 3 essentia. We've got Bestia, we've got Victus, and we've got Corpus. And I think I want to move Victus over to this place, like herba is over there. How am I going to do that? And that's a good enough place for Corpus. Sure, why not? We need 3 of these. Actually 2, which I'll explain later. In that case, Corpus should be in the middle. Oh dear. Right, I'm going to try and get these 3 in the order I want, and I'll be back, because that's going to be painful to watch. Here we go, I got the 3 essentia in the order I want, and I do not label this one for a specific reason, because if you're going to use fish, then that will become aqua instead of bestia. I need to think about that. So there's that. Actually, that's really the only thing there is. I'm looking at... Of course, I'm trying to make it a bit symmetrical. But so this is Victus. I'm going to not do that, but that. And have jars to store this stuff, and it's being drained, which I'm not too happy with, but very well. See, I'm not too happy with that at all. I don't really know why it does that. why that actually works. Well, regardless, maybe we need to remove this pen. We'll see. After a while, you can start having too much of this stuff. I had the same thing here with the Pedito. These are closed, so that I'm not creating any more elementum because, well, I have enough. And I had to add a valve over here, this one, to stop the pedito, or otherwise it won't go in there. But I also added a void jar. So we have 3 backup, just normal jars, and then this void jar. But like here, I want the void jar to be drained first and filled last. So one way we can do that is using these restricted essentia tubes. What they do is they halve the suction of, well, anything. So that means that this sucks half as strong as this one, approximately, because it's also farther away. But from the other side, it will drain this one much more. It will prefer to drain this one because this will make it harder to drain from over here. Because the danger in that is if I make the pens too far away, it cannot keep up with the suction. So that's something we have to keep an eye on. So we have this production of Victus, which is all nice and all, but we also still have this. Come on, stop being such a pansy. Oh sure. Stupid. Well, guess it will sort itself out once we get more than enough Victus. But we also have Corpus, and in this case Bestia. Now what we do with those two, we can just funnel them into a void jar. It's entirely possible. But Bestia is created out of Motus and Victus. And Corpus is created out of Motus and Bestia. And Motus is created from Victus and Pedito. So you see the components all have Victus in them as well. So if we can utilize those, we'd have a much higher production. And we can with alchemical centrifuges. Now that's going to be quite a pain to set up, but it will provide some profit for us. So that's what we are going to do next. We'll start with Corpus, which will require probably the most work. Over here? Yes. Nice. So we get the tube out of here, all the way down here. This is just for ease. Could have done it higher, but it's not as easy to oversee it. To keep, I'm lost for words again. To keep the oversight. I don't know how to say it. No, not you. You. So we get the centrifuge. It actually should already be starting to. Yeah, you see it's got Bestia in it now. It only had like 1 Corpus, I believe. So if you put a bit more in there. And you can do it. Any minute now. Anyway, we're going to need one of those for sure. And let's start working on the Bestia one. Get rid of you, get rid of you. So you see this now has Motus, Mortus, and this is Mortus and Bestia. And this will have Bestia. So I believe this is also a outlet. Let's grab one of you. It's filtered now. And I need Bestia label. So let's see if we have accidentally. We do not have the materials to do that yet. So let's grab some Bestia. I know I have some. There we go. We'll return it shortly. I need you as well. Just grab all of you. Put one of these labels. one of the files and you get a bestia label. And let's return that while we're at it. This side. There we go. And if we take this label, put it on here, then only bestia will be allowed through this. So bestia will only be sucked into this one and further. So but bestia is not our end product. We need to create another one of these marvelous inventions. Let's do it right over. So we get this. No! Don't you dare! You dared. Oh, that's not what I wanted at all. What are you? Boiling something or something? I don't know. So now there's detail in there that was never supposed to happen. I don't know. Can we clear these? No, we cannot. Bother. Well, we'll think of something later. So we put this, we put another centrifuge. Only bestia is allowed in. And you can see it's already pulling Victus out. You need one of these to properly split it. Where did Pedito come from? No, really, where did Pedito come from? Oh, it must have pulled out Mortus. Duh. Yeah, it's a bit of pain. So we get Victus from this one. And we need to pipe it in here. Yeah. Wow. Of course that one falls unreachable. So we need this. This is going to be painful. There we go. That wasn't too bad. So we have Motus Victus coming out of this. Let's grab one of this. And I need a Victus label. Which I don't have, of course. Which I can easily get. For once. One of this. I wonder, can I combine? No. That would have been very convenient. Let's, for security measures, just break that for a while. Put that on there. That will only allow Victus. There we go. Break this again, security measures. You're not allowed, you're not allowed. Because over here there will be a void jar. For Motus. Just to be sure. Now, this is a bit of a complex system. And I have to do it again. But for the Motus part of this equation. And why is there one bestia in here? Because the Motus can't get out. Fair enough. So I'm going to do that off camera because you saw how I'm going to do it. Just going to repeat. And I'll be back with you then. There we go. We now have that Mortus coming out here. Being centrifuged into Victus, which is drawn into this pipe. And into Perdito. And where did the Motus go? Oh my word, why did you get centrifuged? That was not at all supposed to happen. I don't know, does that reset the content? I suppose it does. And this should be burning. Ah, there we go. What are you centrifuging? Really? I guess it's... Well. It should be working, right? Victor's coming in. Corpus isn't going out. That's annoying. Why not? Why are you not doing what you're supposed to do? Come on. Well, that is working. So that's going in here. Yeah, I suppose that's right. And going in here. And yeah, the best chair is working. The corpus is not. But why not? Why are you not working? Really? Huh. What? Why? Really? That it? You're working now? Where is the aqua coming from? And the terra. What? What? How? Wait a minute. I'm going to check something. I swear someday things will go exactly as I have planned. But not today. Obviously. Anyway, this thing is now connected. And this system has been made even more complicated. Because, yeah, why not? Dang it. So, these centrifuges, they don't only split like Mortus or Corpus into Mortus and Bestia, but they also have a chance to do it in a primal aspect. So these four, I don't think Perdito and Ignis are being created anyway in here, and if they are, then I need to add those in here. I hope this works, by the way. Regardless, so it's being drawn in here. These things don't really have a suction unless you add a bellows, and after that it's just being split into this, because this can hold multiple suctions, can suck multiple essentia, and normal tubing cannot. However, if we were to add fish in the mix, then this pipe would bring us aqua instead. So, no. Like so. And like so. So this would be the aqua pipe. Somehow I have a feeling I said it really weird. And actually I can put it on that tubing, I think. I hope more, actually. It's more question of hope than think. Let's do that. We can test that actually, if that works or not. So it's somewhat symmetrical right now. Let's close. This will be closed up once. Actually, we can do that already. There we go. Make sure the torch is there. And that should work. I'm going to have to program the golem to do that. To do that, yeah. To add elementum in there. And of course, I'm going to need to. Guy, stop doing that. And of course, I need to tell the. No, I'm going to need to create a golem that kills these creatures. So we have still plenty of to do on that part. But let's first see if this works out. So this should start filling with aqua. Well, at least the centrifuging. That's something. Alright, I closed that. But we have this now. Marvelous. Of course. It isn't filling up anywhere, so that's good. But neither are you. Huh. Well, as long as it's nowhere in my system, I'm okay with it, actually. Guess I'll just have to keep my eye out on that. Yeah, no aqua. I think that's because we're not using elementum, but we are using coal, which is kind of stupid because we have this much elementum. Anyway, this is still trudging along. Marvelous. Well, alchemy gone wrong. You are open. I, of course, need to do something about that. And the cows. Actually, we can just kill them ourselves. Ah! If I hit that group, then they're all dead. Let's isolate a few. Oh, look, it's... Well, it's certainly working. So, let's kill a couple. Sure. There we go. Good game, guys. So they're dead. Get some more meat and leather. I really want leather as well. Not quite sure why, but you can never have enough stuff. This looks a bit weird though. Have to do, I suppose. Yeah, it seems to be working. There's no... Oh. Well, you're filling up with the right things. These are scaringly empty. Technically should be able to draw the... Oh, that's a visual glitch. Draw the aqua out, but you know, we can always just shift click, right click it and it's gone as well. Because this system, I don't think it draws a lot of victors. So most of it will just be manually maintained. And this is... We'll have to do. So, that's it for this episode. I'm going to do those small things off camera, especially the golem part. And apart from that, I hope you enjoyed watching. We learned some more about alchemy today. Made some very interesting, very complex looking system. But it does look very cool. I mean, come on. It looks cool. And that's important, right? And this is not going anywhere because... I don't know. Seems to be a bit unpredictable at times. Oh, maybe because it's trying to get that over there? No, that would be silly. And probably the case. Yes, yes it is. Bother that. Probably going to need another filter, but with aqua to do that. Well, anyway, as I was trying to say, thank you very much for watching, and I hope to see you again next time.